Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is Joan Vassos interested in Chalk Chapel for love or money? Chalk Chapel is a 60-year-old insurance executive from Wichita, Kansas, competing for Joan Vassos' heart on the Golden Bachelorette. But is she interested in finding love or interested in his money? Chalk Chapel is loaded. Chalk has built an impressive real estate empire for himself. He owns multiple homes in the Midwest, including a 3,300 square foot home in Kansas. He also owns several boats and even converted a storage unit into a man cave as a passion project. Is the Golden Bachelorette interested in him for love or money? Joan Vassos was devastated for Chalk Chapel when he had to temporarily leave the Golden Bachelorette after his mother passed away. She knows the importance of family. She left a chance at love with Jerry Turner on the Golden Bachelor because her daughter needed her. Family comes first for Joan Vassos. That's a beautiful sentiment, but may not bode well for any relationship that might come out of the show. She previously said she won't move away from her family in Maryland. Many of her suitors have established lives in their own states, including Chalk and his insurance company. Joan's inflexibility when it comes to relocating has some fans wondering if she's interested in finding love with Chalk or just interested in his money. What is Joan Vassos' 2024 net worth? Joan Vassos is a school administrator at an all-boys private school in Maryland. According to estimates, her annual salary for that job is between $60,000 to $80,000. Furthermore, the Golden Bachelorette star has a side hustle as an interior designer. According to Indeed, an interior designer in Maryland can make an impressive $59,215 per year. So Joan Vassos may not even need Chalk Chapel's money. She also gets a hefty payday as the Golden Bachelorette lead. The exact amount is a Bachelor Nation secret, but it is reportedly in the six figures. With her dual careers and reality TV status, Distractify estimates Joan Vassos' 2024 net worth is around $1 million. Joan's journey on the Golden Bachelorette continues this week. The show's official Instagram teased a serious rose ceremony for Joan and her remaining suitors. As the dust settles on the Golden Bachelorette, one question looms larger than all the rest. Is Joan Vassos truly interested in Chalk Chapel for love? Or is there something more at play? Throughout the season, Joan has captivated audiences with her poise, her sophistication, and her undeniable chemistry with Chalk. But some fans are beginning to wonder if there's more to Joan's interest in Chalk than meets the eye. Could she be pursuing him not just for romance, but for financial gain? The spark between Joan and Chalk. From the moment Joan and Chalk first locked eyes on that balmy evening under the golden lights of the mansion, sparks flew. Chalk, a charismatic entrepreneur with a net worth that would make anyone's head spin, seemed immediately taken with Joan. Her laughter, her easygoing nature, and her undeniable beauty all made her a standout contestant. As the weeks went on, their connection deepened. At first glance, it was easy to believe in their romance. Joan and Chalk shared intimate conversations, heartfelt moments, and more than one passionate kiss beneath the stars. Viewers swooned as they watched the two dance across the ballroom floor, hand in hand, seemingly lost in their own world. It was the kind of love story the Golden Bachelorette was made for. But as the season progressed, something began to change. Joan's actions, once filled with vulnerability and sincerity, started to seem a little more calculated. Cracks in the perfect picture. It started small, an offhand comment here, a lingering look there. But as the weeks passed, eagle-eyed viewers began to notice that Joan seemed especially intrigued whenever Chalk mentioned his wealth or his business ventures. While she maintained her usual grace and charm, there was an undeniable shift in her demeanor whenever money became the topic of conversation. Chalk, for his part, seemed oblivious. He showered Joan with gifts, extravagant necklaces, luxury getaways, and even hinted at the idea of an opulent future together. Joan never seemed to protest, accepting each lavish offering with a smile. But some fans couldn't help but wonder if Joan's interest in Chalk was rooted in his potential to provide a life of luxury, rather than the emotional connection they shared. The past speaks volumes. While Joan has been fairly private about her past, whispers of her previous relationships have started to circulate online. A former flame, who asked to remain anonymous, hinted that Joan has always had an eye for the finer things in life. Joan is someone who knows what she wants, the source shared. She's always been drawn to successful men. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it makes you wonder if she's looking for love or financial security. Joan's past relationships, though never confirmed to the public, were rumored to involve some high-profile individuals. None of these relationships seemed to last long once the financial element was no longer in play. Is it a coincidence, or does it speak to a deeper pattern in Joan's romantic pursuits? Chalk's blind spot. Chalk Chapel, ever the optimist, seems completely unaware of the growing speculation surrounding his and Joan's relationship. As a self-made man, he's no stranger to people being interested in him for his wealth. But he's also someone who prides himself on reading people. With Joan, he appears to have thrown caution to the wind, fully embracing the idea that they're destined for something great together. To his credit, Chalk is no fool. He's worked hard to build his fortune, and he's been through enough to recognize when someone is being insincere, or so he believes. But love has a way of clouding judgment, and perhaps Chalk's attraction to Joan is blinding him to the possibility that her intentions might not be as pure as he'd like to believe. The telltale signs. One of the biggest red flags for fans came during a recent episode when Joan made an offhand remark about enjoying the finer things in life. While it could have been a harmless comment, many viewers took it as a subtle indication of her true motives. Following that, Joan seemed to be particularly invested in discussions about Chalk's business ventures, even going as far as to ask about future financial plans and investments. Her curiosity seemed far more focused on what kind of lifestyle they could lead together rather than the emotional bond they were building. Another revealing moment occurred during a group date, where Joan expressed frustration over not receiving enough individual time with Chalk. It wasn't her disappointment that caught fans' attention, but rather the way she framed it. She mentioned feeling like she deserved more than the other women, hinting at a sense of entitlement that didn't sit well with some viewers. Was Joan seeing Chalk as a prize to be won, a ticket to a life of wealth and comfort? Joan's defining moment. As the season nears its conclusion, Joan finds herself at a crossroads. The upcoming decision will not only shape her future, but also solidify her legacy on the show. Is she the woman who genuinely fell in love with Chalk Chapel? Or is she someone who saw an opportunity for financial security and took it? In a recent confessional, Joan seemed conflicted. She spoke about her feelings for Chalk, but there was a noticeable hesitation in her voice when discussing their future. She mentioned the importance of stability and security, which, while valid concerns, left some viewers questioning whether love was truly at the forefront of her mind. The final rose. As the final rose ceremony approaches, fans are left wondering, will Joan prove the skeptics wrong and show that her connection with Chalk is genuine? Or will she confirm what many have suspected, that her interest in him is driven more by dollar signs than heartstrings? Chalk, blissfully unaware of the swirling rumors, seems ready to propose. But as the golden rose looms, the real question remains, does Joan love Chalk for who he is, or for the life he can provide? Whatever her intentions, one thing is certain, Joan Vassos is about to make the most important decision of her life.